Shout out to the locks. You know when you hear that joint on my channel, I'm about to talk some real shit. Now, out the gate, let me say this. I couldn't wait for this nigga to come home because I know how talented he is. I know how well-rounded with music he is. And when he says that he's a triple threat or whatever, he is. Max is that nice. Max B is that fire. I've listened to Bad Whiskey and them joints and Blow Me a Dub like about 1,000,000 times. Max B is the truth. He definitely is. Now with that being said, I seen an interview with Gillian Wallow, and I seen the things that he was saying, and to a certain degree, certain things he said, if you ask most MCs if they're the best, they're supposed to say yes. So from a certain perspective, he's not 1,000% wrong for saying what he's saying as far as put me after so-and-so. He said Jay, Nas, and Big. I wouldn't even be mad if he put himself before. I probably wouldn't agree, but you're supposed to have that confidence and you're supposed to tell yourself you are the best. You're not supposed to think you're the worst, that's for sure. And Max B is nice like that. However, this is one of them ones that you did not have to go to. The remarks and stuff he was saying about Big Daddy Kane, even though if you really analyze what he said, he didn't actually fully disrespect Kane. He said that he fucked with him and all that, but I guess he was speaking on nowadays relevance. Okay. Understandable. Understandable. But here's the thing. We just saw Kane on Versus. Not only did we just see him on Versus, we already know Kane travels and he does shows all over the world. He's a legacy act. He's a legend. Icon, whatever you want to call him. Pioneer. He's all those things. So for Max to talk about an old album cover where he was wearing this, that, the third, has nothing to do with the songs and the music and the legendary status that he has. And that will not change it, low key. Gotta keep it tall. Max B, what he could have said, I have to do this with Jim Jones too. What he could have said, as opposed to, where is he at? He's just over there. You didn't even realize what you said. You saying he's just all over the place traveling is a great thing. You want him to just be seen in New York? He's already been seen in New York since the 80s. They already know him there. He's from there. Him traveling, especially as a legacy act after all these years, at his age, still being as dope as he is, even though age means nothing, he proves that. Because he can out-rap 90% of the people in hip-hop as far as rapping ability. Kane's rapping ability is insane. Kane's rapping ability is out of this world for that. I don't even want to say for that age. He's just dope like that. Take the whole age part out of it. He's just fire like that. Max just could have came out and said, hey, you know what? Shout out to them legends and stuff like that. But I do think that my talent is a little bit different. And me being able to sing and do hooks and all of this ghost write all these things that you've done, that you said, which I know you have done. That's all facts. That's all facts. Some of the best hooks, and he can rap, some of the best verses, everything. You got to give Max that. He could have just showed himself as being the talent that he is without using, you gonna talk about KANE and what he was wearing and this, that, the third, and where is he, and we can't. It comes off as disrespectful. Even though you did say that you fuck with KANE. And I think you do. I just think what you said was kind of wild, kind of left field. And why would his album cover and all that play a role in how dope he's been? Did you lose off of the songs and the lyrics that he's been spitting all these years? Probably not. But because he wore something one time, you're taking shots. Not to say you're taking actual shots, but we have an opinion. But it's not light. And people right now are really on your helmet. Like, they're really, really weighing in on Max right now. But he is dope like that. And I said, as soon as he comes home, it's going to be a problem. And he's going to make some extremely dope music as time goes on. But he out the gate, him and French. Hits out the gate. Now, I knew he was going to do something like that because I know he's dope like that. I couldn't wait for Max to get home. I said, yo, music is about to change. I'll hear about to look a little bit different when Max get home because he has a totally different gift. A sound and an ability that is crazy. He could have talked about that instead and just showed himself in that light as opposed to talking about the R and this, that, and where's KANE and all that. Then you saying Rakim and them niggas, they can't sing and this, that, the third. When it comes to the chicks and all that, you going far for no reason, bro. The fuck you talking about all that for? And the legends that you're talking about, and that's the issue. Even if you're right, you're still talking about legends, and it sounds like you're talking down on them. Can't co-sign to that. Can't as a Max fan, a super fan. A super Max B fan. I'm talking about I have Coke Wave, the CDs, all that. Shout out to Dame Grease, all that. I got the DVDs, the cocaine CDs, all that. Still got them to this day. So I'm a real fan of Max B. Going too far though. Didn't have to go there. You could have sold yourself without talking about them like that. Even though, as I said, it wasn't super disrespectful. But it was kind of like you kind of downplaying the OG. And then people are going to tell you, even if I don't agree, which I do actually, I'm not going to front. As much as Max is fire, and he is multifaceted. He can sing, do hooks, this, that, the third. But as a rapper MC, KANE is not saw by a lot of people. Most people who have ever rapped. Most people who have ever rapped, you're not next to KANE. Sorry. There's a handful of y'all. A handful of y'all next to KANE. A handful. Literally. It's not a lot. Literally not a lot. And I've already heard people say Max is one of them who can't. I feel like you asked for that. I'm just saying, it's my opinion. I feel like you asked for that. You open the door for people to start critiquing you in a certain way now and talking about your level of skill compared to his as a rapper, which they're gonna say is maybe night and day because he's extremely fire. Even though Max is amazing too. All I'm gonna say is, let me close with this. I don't agree with how Max was going about it. He could have said some other shit, but I know where he's coming from. When it comes to nowadays relevance, look how fast he got hot. just got out and he's hot like fire. Gotta call a spade a spade. Gotta give it to him. Him and French got right to work and got busy and got hits out the gate. Gotta give it to him. But do think he went a little bit too far. But that's just my opinion though. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. Was Max a little bit too disrespectful, or was he just talking his shit? Was he talking down on the OGs, or was he just speaking his truth? What y'all think? To me, two things could be true. Yes, he is a triple threat and all that, but those niggas are legends, and sorry, you can't diss legends. No matter what they did, especially if it's not crazy. An album cover? Come on, that's not even light. What's the music like though? What the bars like? That's what we care about. But that's just my opinion though. Hit the like, subscribe, let me know what y'all think. DJ already, man. 1.